Hi, this is Nicki B, author of Royally Screwed, and I'm on JRLive. Lust-filled dreams on lonely nights, rain beating against my window, wrapped up in a warm comforter, my bare legs tangled in the sheets, plump ass naked and smooth beneath the soft cotton, full firm wrestling against the cool fabric, chest rising and falling slowly as I inhale and exhale relaxed breaths. Thoughts of you cause my eyelids to flutter. Vivid dreams flashing in technicolor across my cerebellum. The strength in your hands. The fire in your eyes. Flickering when you stare into me. Singeing my skin without you giving me the slightest touch. The thickness of your lips. When I kiss them, they taste like the bubble gum I chewed as a kid. The flavor dancing against my taste buds so sweet I'd stuff 3 and 4 pieces in my mouth till it was full. The flow of you, like a surfer's waves crashing into my shore and flowing into me. Ebb and flow, ebb and flow. My own waters trickling into your sea when you overcome the dam I've built up deep inside. I yearn for you. Eyes wide shut, my delicate hands reach for you. Your absence making me moan in resignation, allowing my hands to substitute for yours, traveling the length of me. Taking the long journey past my now hardened nipples, small brown pebbles ready to skip across your water. My stomach slick with sweat as my fingers meander downward, thighs parting slightly. I purr. Lifting 3 of those fingers to my lips, I feed. Hungry, thirsty, barren, suckling them like a baby to a bottle, semi-quelling the embers burning within me. Stoke them, please. Your words urge me to please her. Touch it. Obediently, I comply, pressing those slick fingers into me, my thumb prodding at my swollen clit, G-spot throbbing, ebb and flow, ebb and flow. I hear your voice. Come for me, you command. I'm your genie, I grant your wish. I jerk and thrash, cover strewn across the bed, ebb and flow, ebb and flow, ebb and flow. Waves, water, sticky, sweet, cream, spent. I lay in it, the pool in which I created for you to swim. I mumble your name, rolling over back into my safety net. Coy smile bending at my lips as I hug my pillow to me. Infatuation. End poem.
Hello, and thank you for stopping by. I'm your host, JRLive, and welcome to Positive Power 21 Network, where you get your positive on. This is a worldwide podcast for growth, wealth, and success. Thank you.
Positive Power 21.org, Internet Radio.
Are you aware of the many ways that you can heal your body naturally using alternative methods? My name is Valerie Moore, and I'm the author of My Healing Therapies. My Healing Therapies is a book that unveils 7 ways to naturally heal your body, restore your mind, and revive your spirit. Visit my website at www.purpleroseholistichealth.com or reach me by phone at 443-451-2689.
Hey, have you ever heard of Vagina Talk? Have you ever had a conversation with your vagina? If you haven't, you're missing out on one hell of a conversation. This is Purple Barbie, the author of This Is Your Vagina, The Vagina is Where the Heart Is. Join me on a quick adventure as one woman reclaims her life by releasing her past and reestablishing her future, all with the help of the one who knows her the best. You can call her V.
Are you looking to vacation soon? Let Roberts Travel Services help you reach your travel needs. We specialize in group travel, honeymoon, girlfriend getaways, mission trips, and more. You can reach us at 404-939-6638. You can email us at robertstravelservices@gmail.com and on the web at www.robertstourismservices.com and look us up on Facebook at Roberts Travel Services.
What's stopping you from making more, having more and being more. Hi, I'm Helen McMillan. I'm a success coach. I can help you shift into your $1 million zone of joyful success. Be your most magnetic, confident, and powerful self. The first step is to get my free ebook, 7 Simple Ways to Shift into Your $1 Million Zone. Go to www.yourmilliondollarzone.com and download it now.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us, and welcome to PositivePower21.org. I am the voice of JRLive, and when it's all positive, it's all power. That's Positive Power. And today's sponsors are REI Heritage Tours in Cambridge, Maryland, home of Harriet Tubman and the Underground Railroad. Call 1-800-522-TOUR to book your scenic driving tour for more than 30 sites related to Harriet Tubman and the freedom seekers of the 1800s. For more information, again, call 1-800-522-TOUR. If you're in the Baltimore, Washington area, please call the Regina Lewis Museum. Find out when the next time they're sending a bus down to Cambridge, Maryland. All right? We appreciate all you guys hanging in there, and we appreciate our Book Buzz sponsors. If you want to become a Book Buzz sponsor, just inbox JRLive, and someone will be in contact with you as soon as possible to schedule you for a voiceover session, which has been a lot of fun, writing those scripts. We've been having a ball with our people. All right, everybody. Tonight on the show, we're having a fantastic guest, somebody we recruited off of Facebook, who's been making a lot of noise out there, pushing their book, The Way to Go, Way to Go, and that's Nicki B. And let me give you her bio. From the time she was a small child growing up in Chicago, Illinois, Nicki B loved to write. She sit and pen poems and short stories, reciting them to anyone that would listen. As she aged, her poetry and short stories became more complex, some of which being published in anthologies while continuing her education at Howard University in Washington, D.C. Yay! And Nicki B continued to do what she loved while she pursued her degree. She began to write chapters and chapters of stories, sharing them with friends for the simple enjoyment of captivating fellow readers and writers like herself. The feedback she received served as the catalyst to Nicki B's desire to touch readers around the world with her vast creativity and vivid imagination. Though Nicki B can write just about every genre possible, her niche is urban fiction, romance, erotica. Whoa, she like to keep it hot. She finds that the best stories stem from personal experience and unspoken desires. Her novels, Royally Screwed and Still Royally Screwed, are released under Royalty Publishing House. Both Kindle and paperback versions are for sale on Amazon. Be on the lookout for more awesome reads coming soon, including the third and final book of the Royally Screwed series and Royally Screwed Over. You can find Nicki B at facebook.com/author Nicki B. Email her at authornickib@gmail.com or follow her on Twitter at author Nicki B for more author information. Also, don't forget, you can find her right here on PositivePower21.org and Spreaker.com/PositivePower21, where she's going to be setting this thing on fire. Right, Nicki B? How you doing tonight?
I'm great. How about you?
Oh, I'm doing awesome. So happy to have you here. It just seemed like it just took forever to get you on. I remember when we booked you. So what's going on?
Well, my new book, Still Royally Screwed, the part 2 to Royally Screwed, will be dropping next week on August 18th. That's Monday. So all my readers, make sure you get it. And penning a new series also. So I can't wait to get that out. And just promoting my book, Royally Screwed, which is under Royalty Publishing House. Shout out to my royalty family. I love y'all. And that's pretty much it.
Yeah, all right. Well, we're going to get into you for a little bit. We're going to talk about Nicki B, so your listeners, my listeners, your fans, we get a chance to get to know you a little bit better. Because people love to get to know the author. So when they finally meet you, all they really want is a hug and a smile from you. They won't hold you up in the grocery stores. And it's funny because I've been meeting people at barbecues. They were like, "Do I know you?" I know you from somewhere. Well, I'll be sitting at the football practice like today, and people recognize me. So it's a real good thing. They just want to talk to you, get to know you. So I know we read a lot in your bio about you attending Howard University, and you just told me you lived in the D.C. area for a little bit. But tell us a little bit more about you, some things that people don't know, and some things you would really like for them to know about you, okay?
Some things that people don't know about me, huh? Well, I am a graduate of Howard University. No bison. I'm a preschool teacher, which a lot of people don't know. I do open mics, so I perform erotic poetry at open mics pretty regularly also. And I like to have fun. I have an innocent face but a bad girl personality.
I heard that. So where are you going to read your erotica show stories? Where are you going?
I read them at different open mics around Chicago because that's where I live right now. So I go out to some open mics. There's one that happens every second Tuesday of the month. My friend Shelly, she runs it, and I go there to read. And also different places that people invite me to. They know that I write, so they ask me to come through.
Wow. Now, the places where you're going, now, are they for poetry readers or just about anything? Is it?
Well, the open mics are for poetry, short stories, singing, dancing. It's pretty much open, performers in general. Just go out, have a drink, and have a good time. And wow. I always like to read erotic pieces because they seem to be crowd pleasers. So it's a good time.
Yeah, that sounds pretty cool. So you just show up, you laying low, you chilling, hard days at work. You don't know what to expect on open mic. Is that what you're saying? You don't know what.
Right.
Wow, that is great. That is nice, though. Wow. Now, are you prepared to read anything tonight?
A poem, or what would you like me to read?
Anything you feel comfortable. I know Mom's is listening.
I could read. I don't think I want to read. I could read. I don't know. Is this PG-13 show?
Hey, this is we can't say it's cable, but it's internet. Well, internet is cable, fiber optics, wireless is everything. It's my show, so whatever you feel comfortable with,
Okay,
if you don't feel comfortable with it, we can always edit out and put something else in there. We can always do that.
I have, I guess, my favorite piece that people like me to read is a poem I wrote maybe a year and some change ago, and it's called Infatuation. Okay. So I'm warning you, it's for grown folks now before I read it.
Oh, it's for grown folks, huh?
Grown folks.
I always tell people, if you could replace like the vulgar things with some nice things, you're okay with me. Will that work? Can you handle that? Well, go ahead. Like I said, we can edit it out. If it's really bad, we put something else in there. We can always call you back later and put something else in there, right? That's the power. Of the internet.
It's pretty hot there, but I'll try to edit a little bit.
Yeah. Work with us.
Okay. It's called Infatuation. Lust-filled dreams on lonely nights, rain beating against my window, wrapped up in a warm comforter, my bare legs tangled in the sheets, plump ass naked and smooth beneath the soft cotton, full firm breast laying against the cool fabric, chest rising and falling slowly as I inhale and exhale relaxed breaths. Thoughts of you cause my eyelids to flutter. Vivid dreams flashing in technicolor across my cerebellum. The strength in your hands, the fire in your eyes, flickering when you stare into me, singeing my skin without you giving me the slightest touch. The thickness of your lips. When I kiss them, they taste like the bubble gum I chewed as a kid. The flavor dancing against my taste buds so sweet I'd stuff 3 and 4 pieces in my mouth till it was full. The smell of you, like a surfer's waves crashing into my shore and flowing into me. Ebb and flow, ebb and flow. My own waters trickling into your sea when you overcome the dam I've built up deep inside. I yearn for you. Eyes wide shut, my delicate hands reach for you. Your absence making me moan in resignation, allowing my hands to substitute for yours, traveling the length of me, taking the long journey past my now hardened nipples, small brown pebbles ready to skip across your water. My stomach slick with sweat as my fingers meander downward, thighs parting slightly. I purr. Lifting 3 of those fingers to my lips, I feed, hungry, thirsty, barren, suckling them like a baby to a bottle, semi-quelling the embers burning within me. Stoke them, please. Your words urge me to please her. Touch it. Obediently, I comply, pressing those thick fingers into me, my thumb prodding at my swollen clit, G-spot throbbing, ebb and flow, ebb and flow. I hear your voice. Come for me, you command. I'm your genie, I grant your wish. I jerk and thrash, cover strewn across the bed. Ebb and flow, ebb and flow, ebb and flow. Waves, water, sticky, sweet, cream, spent. I lay in it, the pool in which I created for you to swim. I mumble your name, rolling over back into my safety net. Coy smile bending at my lips as I hug my pillow to me. Infatuation. End poem.
Whoa. We might have to cut the show short. I gotta call the wife. Nikki, that was so poetic. That was smooth. I love that.
Thank you. Wow,
I can see people sitting there with their drink, some cognac, some red wine, chilling, listening to you. Just do they play music in the background while you're reading?
Sometimes they do.
Oh man, but that is hot. That is hot. Now you know some people that do what you do. They have like people acting out. Have you seen that? That's pretty popular in some places.
Yeah, I mean I've been to a couple where people actually like act out the poems.
Yeah.
But that's real grown. We're not gonna.
Yeah, that's real grown, right? That is grown. Now, have you seen that in Chicago?
I haven't seen it out here really. It was in D.C. when I was there.
Yeah, that's what I've been hearing in D.C. Yeah.
Yeah,
right.
D.C. be popping like that.
Wow, that was good. Now, I know you really deep into the romance thing. So, are you a romantic person? Is Nicki B a romance?
I am. I'm like a hopeless romantic, actually. I believe in romance.
So you pull out all the stops for your man. So you could surprise him each and every time. He think that was the ultimate, and it never is.
I always like to outdo myself. So if I do something a certain way the first time, I have to top it the next. So, I'm always trying to be better than my best. I'll put it like that.
Yeah. So Valentine is nothing then. He hasn't seen anything yet, huh?
I'm a good gift giver too. I give great gifts to anybody that is a part of my life. You mentioned my mom. I give her like the best gifts on Christmas and birthdays and everything. I'm like, the favorite. So
yeah, right. Because that's part of being a romantic person is being a giver. You're not a taker. That's just the way you roll. Wow.
Yes, I love to make people smile, make people happy.
So are you married or seeing someone right now?
No, I'm not married or seeing anybody. Nicki B is very single.
So she having some fun. Okay, all right. Good. Now you said you work with young people.
I do.
Teacher.
Yes.
So you most of the time the dads are coming to pick up the baby.
I've only had maybe like 1 or 2 dads that were attracted to me like that. One he was like a black French dude, and he used to just flirt with me all the time and speak Spanish, or French to me rather. And but it was awkward because I knew the little boy's mom, and she was really nice and sweet, but they weren't together. And so I'm like hanging out with mom, and she loves me. And then, you know, dad pops in, and he's like, hey, you know, and I always talk to the little boy, and I would say stuff like, hey, you know, when you're going to let me come over for dinner, like just joking with the little boy, and the dad would take it so serious. He'd be like, yeah, can she come over for dinner? When can she come over for dinner?
Read me some poems. That's right. He didn't know you was a writer, so he probably really would have been all over it. Man, he was in one of those clubs and saw you up there. His eyes would have been like, oh, my God, what I just missed out on. You know, yeah.
Well, it's like, you know, my alter ego. Most people that know me as the teacher do not know me as the writer. So,
and I'm gonna tell you, Nikki, I have 2 kids who've been in daycare, and sometimes the daycare moms always seem to be the hot ones. You know, it's like, wow, it's like, you the daycare mother? No, you're not.
Oh, well, see, I'm not a daycare mother. I'm a daycare teacher.
Yeah, I mean, right. Daycare teachers, too. My kids been to them all, you know. Daycare teachers, all of them. Yeah. Oh, but good for you. Good for you. That was a really good piece. Now, when you first started out writing, you know, and you was trying it out on your friends, what were they saying? 'Cause you mentioned that in your bio.
Initially, I just started writing as a way to release tension. It's very relaxing for me. It's just the way that I get things out. And so I started writing, and I would share with my friends because for me, as long as my friends enjoyed it, I was fine. So I was like, I'm just going to write this, and I'll share with my friends and see what they think. And they would always ask me for more. They'd be like, where's the next part? Where's the rest of the story? Are you going to write more? And that kind of motivated me to keep writing. Royally Screwed, I actually had the manuscript for about 5 years before it got published. And it was unfinished. I was stuck. I was like, I don't know what to do next with this story. And then one of my publishers, her name is Naya Moore, and she's so awesome. She encouraged me to finish the story so that it could be out there, and she gave me that push that I needed to finish it, and everybody loves it. I get great reviews. Everybody's waiting on the next part, which comes out on Monday, August 18th, so y'all better go get it.
That's right.
And
that's right.
Yeah, I like to write because I like for people to enjoy my creativity and my imagination, and that's like fulfilling for me.
Yeah. Now we're going to talk about your book now. It's almost 9:30, and before, do you have a piece you could read from your book so we can lead right into that? That could lead us off.
A piece to read from my book. Let's see if I can find a piece that's not so, because I write.
I know, but we trying to sell you. We trying to sell your book now, right?
Okay. Let's see. All right.
I gotta have you come on. He said, she said too. You know, I got another show that's about adult talk.
Oh, well, I will definitely come on, and if you're inviting me, I will be there.
Yeah, we're going to invite you for the September edition. That's my birthday month, so we got to have you on as a special guest, okay?
All right. Well, I will definitely come back and do that show with you.
Oh, I'm so delighted. Now, you ready?
Yes, I am.
All right, all ears.
So, a little background. The main character in my story, her name is Kennedy, and she has a boyfriend named Deo, which actually means like a god in Greek, but not a lot of people know that, so I like to throw it out there because I use words purposely. And he's been neglecting her. He has a best friend who's also his ex, and she's pregnant, and her baby daddy's in jail, and he's just been like the baby daddy since the daddy's not there, and he's been neglecting his woman. So his woman has been having an affair with somebody married, but he doesn't know that until, So this excerpt, he's coming home late after being with his ex/best friend all night, and they kind of get into a little spat.
Okay.
Kennedy glanced over her shoulder, the bright glaring red of the alarm clock staring back in her face. It's 4 a.m., Dale. Why are you just not getting in the house, You must have been with your other woman again. I'm sure she cooked you dinner and showed you plenty of attention tonight before you dragged your ass home. She didn't let you tap before you left, too? What's the matter? You don't like pregnant pussy? Dale flipped flat on his back and hissed underneath his breath. Man, girl, why you always gotta act like this? I'm with you. I love you. Can I make love to my woman? Make love? Kennedy laughed. Oh, so now we're making love? Doesn't that require actually loving a person? She gets more time and attention than I do, and I fucking live with you. Getting you to do shit for me is like pulling cavities, but all she got to do is call and ask you to get your ass up to go. So since it's so easy for you to give her what she wants, to make her and her little bastard child happy and content, you need to be smashing that ass like you baby daddy, too, because you're not going to ignore me and then make love when it's convenient. Dale released the breath he held in during Kennedy's rant. Forget it. I don't even want it no more. Good then, because I stopped wanting you the day Tamara became your woman and I became the live-in chick. Kennedy sneered, turning back to the edge of the bed. Good night, sir. Good night, Kennedy, Dale mumbled, nodding off to sleep. Kennedy shivered, the desire to cry usurping her entire being. She did love Dale. Lord knows she did. All she wanted was for him to treat her like she was number one again, but Dale didn't seem to understand that.
Man, so many women are treated like that, though.
Yeah, so that's why.
Fiction.
Right?
Like
it don't even sound right. It sound real because every chick goes through that. Like that's the universal problem in a lot of relationships is men don't know how to put their women first. So a lot of women can relate, and I think that's why my readers feel the way they do about the characters. They really connect to my characters, and they gain favorites and who they like, who they don't like, and it often changes by the time the book is over with. But, yeah, every woman can identify with that if she's ever been in a relationship where she felt neglected. So I think that's why it's so popular with the women readers.
Yeah. Because I mean, just think about some of your couples that have children that are growing up now, and now they don't have to worry about the kids in the house no more. So it's like you got so much free time that I'm talking about couples that's like in their late 40s, early 50s who had their kids in their 20s. They feel that way now that they starting to find somebody that's more their type, today's standard. Because, you met somebody 20 years ago, they was a different animal at that time.
Right.
Wow.
Times were different. They were different. Yeah, people grow out of each other. So I think the storyline itself it's so real because so many women have been through it, and they really connect with Kennedy because of that. A lot of females are on her team, at least in the beginning of the book. So,
man. And and it's funny, you reading that dialogue. It's almost like you stand there looking at both of them, like looking at their reaction. Like he's probably like being real nonchalant, like he really don't want to be there. He just came home because that's his place.
Yeah, he wants to be there. Like in the book, he wants his woman, but he is like blind to how much he's really neglecting her. And when he starts to try to fix it, it's kind of too late because she's found somebody else to give her that attention. So it kind of snowballs from there. And by the end of the book, everybody's jaw is on the floor.
So everybody got somebody else, huh? All right.
Well, it's definitely a surprise ending, yeah.
Yeah. Now you have a lot of reviews out there. You got some 5-star, 4-star, 3 stars. People saying that New by Nicki B. This book was good from beginning to end. So many twists and turns, but I kind of figure AJ. Somebody think they figure AJ out.
Well, AJ is the married person in the story that Kennedy is having an affair with. So I wrote the book in a way where it's like at the end you're like, what happened?
What the? You said like, what the heck?
Yeah.
Is that what you're gonna say?
Yeah, I like to leave it. I like to shock at the end. So that's what I did.
Now, one of the main things I'm taking from the book so far from people, they're saying the book was well written. You know, that's like really important to readers now, especially when they take on a lot of new authors, because the people love urban lit. They love street lit, but they want a really good story. And it sounds like your readers are really enjoying your characters. Now, you're talking a lot about Dio. You said Deo, right? The Greek god guy. And then you have a character named Tamira.
Yes, that would be the ex-girlfriend / best friend that's pregnant. The one that he's neglecting Kennedy for. So she's pretty apparent in the book, and a lot of people do not like her.
Right,
a lot of readers do not like her at all.
They don't trust her. Don't like her, don't trust her. So they know her type.
Right.
But the funny thing about a person like Tamira, she's many girlfriends. You know they doing that, and they rooting her on. They cheering for her. So
yeah, I mean, you know, but if any woman has ever been cheated on or neglected or found out her man had a side piece, they don't like that. So if they ever been in that position, they pretty much don't like Tamara. She is not the favorite. I've had some readers ask me if she's gonna die, like in part 2, like they really don't like her.
They know you have to keep a woman like that in the story. Now you have somebody in here that they gave you whoa, 5 stars. They just said whoa. They said they were drawn in from the beginning and ended up reading this book in less than 3 hours. There was love, lust, steamy sex, betrayal, and a twist that left my jaw on the floor. I hope Deo and Kennedy can work this whole mess out before the baby is born. I know you're not going to tell us if they're going to work it out, but this is what this person is hoping. Now, who's Steve? Steve jumps in the picture. Who's Steve?
That would be Tamara's baby daddy that's in jail.
Oh, that's so in jail. Okay.
Yeah, so he's in jail, obviously, so he can't help her take care of the baby, which is why Dale kind of takes that position. And in his mind, he's just being like a good dude, but he's neglecting his woman while he's doing this, and it makes it bad because, yes, she's his best friend, but she's also his ex. So one special ex, don't nobody care about a friendship. So, yeah.
Now, one of your readers was kind of mad with herself because she read this book on a plane, and she was kind of upset that she read the book under 4. I think she really wanted to take her time, but it really, she loved the book. You know, she couldn't put it down, but I guess she was trying to get it done before the flight ended. All right, so now you got another book coming out, so it's for her. What does it say? Ms. Kirkman, the next book is for you. You can take your time, right?
I tried to make part 2 longer for my readers so they would have, you know, more action, more drama, more sex, of course, because, you know, the scenes are pretty hot in part 1, so I had to outdo myself in part 2. And it's a continuation. They want to know what happens because I left part 1 on a pretty big cliffhanger. So
you sure did. Oh man! All right, look. Since you know, I'm gonna see if the system is acting right. But look like you said you wanted to take a caller. So if anybody interested in talking to Nicki B, just hit *6 on your keypad, and that'll move you into the. I hope I can get you out of the queue. Well, hit 6 and see what happens. I don't know if it's gonna work. I think I hear somebody. Is that you, Nikki, or is somebody else's phone doing it? Okay, it looks like it's going to work, but I'm getting all kinds of errors up on this thing. All right, we got a couple people. Somebody jumped in. Let's take a call from 917. How you doing, 917? What's your name? Oops, I thought I clicked the button. Come on, button. I don't want to unclick. All right, I think we got somebody. Okay, 312. Who's that? That's you, right? That's you, Nikki?
I think so.
Oh, that's you. Okay, let's try it again. Because I had gotten an error on this thing, so it may act up. Well, look like it's not going to let us take nobody. I can't unclick it for some reason. I had gotten some kind of error message, so when that happens, sometimes it's hard to take the call. But let me try one more time. Nope, looks like it's not going to let them go. Well, they can actually, if you hit, I think *5, it should take you out of mute. Can you try *5, caller from 917? There you go. Can you hear us? 917? Oh, he fell out. Let me try him again. There we go. Hey, there you go. 917, how you doing? Can you hear us, sir or ma'am?
I don't hear anybody.
Yeah, there you go. Well, they unmuted, so I don't know if they're not saying anything. Call in with 917. Nicki B is waiting to hear from you. Okay, look like we can't talk to them. Look like you fell out of the queue. All right. Well, anyway, Nicki, let's finish talking about your book. I don't know what happened with that, but
I don't know, but I'm always open to talking to my readers. So if you are on my Facebook list, you can IM me. I will answer you. Or you can hit add friend to me, and I will answer you. You can hit my author page, Twitter, my email, anything. I will definitely get back to you. I love talking to my readers. So
That's right. Yeah, I mean you're definitely a hot writer. You're new on the road of success. So how does it feel so far, being published and everything? That's big. How you feel about that?
Yeah, it was very exciting when I found out my book was going to be published because I've always felt like I was a good writer, but I never thought I was that good. So for somebody to say that my writing is good enough to be published and be out there and circulating is awesome. And I've been getting great support from my publishing house team, from my own family, my mom, my grandma. Everybody's been supporting, buying the book, buying the paperbacks. And it makes me feel really good when people ask me for part 2, when they say, where's the rest? Right. I want to read another book. When is your next book dropping? It makes me feel like, I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. So I just hope I can bring as much good literature to my readers as possible. And it's great. I love it.
Yeah, I bet you do. Now, are you doing any events right now? Not just the poetry events and the readings, but I mean like book events where book signings where people can actually come meet you and get your signature, get a hug and a smile. So you doing those kind of things out there in Chicago?
I am planning a book signing soon. After my second part to my book drops, I plan to be doing a book signing, but I haven't set any dates yet. So when I do, I will definitely post it on Facebook and my Twitter, and I look forward to meeting my readers. I hope they do come out, and they will definitely get a hug and a smile because my smile is beautiful.
That's right. I saw you. Too. It is beautiful. That's probably why that's why I think my guys picked you out of the Facebook lineup.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, Nicki B. All right. Now, Nicki, some psychiatrists are saying, and I can't throw the names out. There's a couple of them out there. I think like Dr. Ross and a few of them out there. They're saying that a lot of doctors are actually recommending erotica to couples who are having problems, connecting in the bedroom. Sometimes you get to a point where you really don't talk dirty to each other anymore. I don't know what's the deal with that. I mean, I know you're not married, haven't been married for 10, 15 years, but what do you think some of the problems are in the bedroom?
Well, I just think that some people get comfortable in what worked for them before they kind of fall back on the routine, and you have to keep it spicy. You have to do something new, try something fun. If y'all been together a long time, role play. Go out somewhere and meet up like y'all never met before. Pretend to be strangers having a one-night stand. Go buy toys. Go on a vacation. Go do something fun. You have to keep it popping. You can't do the same all the time. People get bored.
That's right. All right. Now, nigga, I need your advice. Now, I've been married, I think it's 23 years.
That's a long time.
We'll say 22. Yeah, wife's still hot. I just lost... I came down from 208 to 202, feeling good now. Give me something hot. Give me a good idea. Thank you. Okay, Sunday's coming up.
Good ideas for you and your wife. Right. I mean, you can do. I mean, I don't know what your boundaries are.
No boundaries this weekend. No boundaries.
Well, I don't know. if you're trying to cater to her, then just, do something real nice. Plan a couples massage. Y'all could go get massages together.
Well, she just had that. Yeah, she just had the massage, but I do good feet. She loves my foot massage.
Go there and get her a foot massage with some nice aromatherapy oil. Get her her favorite bottle of wine and make her dinner.
She got a favorite bottle. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, make her dinner because every woman is happy when she don't have to cook. So
how about if I go buy it? How about if I go buy it at her favorite restaurant?
I'm guessing you can't cook. You can't cook.
I can, but then I'm trying to get rid of the kids. They're gonna think they invited.
Well, definitely get rid of the kids.
Gotta get rid of the kids. Gotta send them to their friend's house.
Right. Or I don't know how old your kids are, but if they're old enough to take care of themselves, y'all can go.
They're old enough to they old enough that they stay up to 2-3 in the morning.
Oh, well then go get a nice hotel room downtown with a jacuzzi tub in it with some rose petals and some candles and the wine, and then you can order the food and, just cook it up.
Oh, wow. You just gave me an idea. I forgot that we're going on a trip. So I just got to get rid of the kids. Yeah, I just got to get rid of the kids while I'm there.
Yeah, just bam, lock them out the room.
Don't tell them to spend some time at the pool. They like to swim. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I'm gonna do it up right. I'm gonna take your advice. I'm gonna save them, so I'm not gonna touch your feet until the trip.
Make sure you get the nice oils and stuff so be smelling good. Lavender's real good. Put a real nice, peaceful calm.
I thought lavender make you sleepy.
It depends. Some people it just relax them. Some people make them sleep. But if you're scared about her getting sleepy, use vanilla.
Yeah, I don't want her to get sleepy now. There's already enough of that going around. Yeah. That's right.
Maybe you should get her a drink with some Red Bull in it.
Yeah, there you go. That's a good idea. She said, wow, this sure is sparkly. It's more sparkly this time than usual. Yeah, it is, honey. Drink some more.
Yeah, just, or, even something like indirectly doing something for her, like planning a shopping trip for her or sending her somewhere with her friends. She can come home and be all relaxed and refreshed. Yeah. And then she going to be ready. She going to be like, I love thank you for today. I appreciate you.
That's right.
You got to hook it up.
Yeah, you're right about that. All right, gotcha. All right, well, we really appreciate you coming on the show, Nicki B. You were great. You were a great guest. And we hope we can get you come back. When you release, I guess your second and third book, is coming soon.
Yeah.
I know the other one's coming soon. But
the other one's coming on Monday. Still Royally Screwed is part 2. And I'm working on part 3, which will be Royally Screwed Over. And I'm also working on a new series. So I will definitely have a lot of books coming.
That's right, you got to come back. Now, you think we be able to see you come back around the Christmas holiday, right before Christmas? Because that's a big time for for authors.
Sure, I am actually trying to get part 3 of Royally Screwed out before then, and hopefully this first book of my new series too. So I will definitely come back. You want me to come back next month? We want me to come back Christmas? I can come back.
Yeah. Now, do you have another poem to close the show out with?
I can do a nice, good, rated PG poem.
It's the end of the show now. You can do what you want.
This one is more of a love lost kind of poem. So it's called Granted.
Okay.
Granted, when I met you, I thought I had found the one. The intellectual banter that consumed my late nights. The bright smile you flashed when you saw me. The warm hugs you gave when you held me. The soft kisses you placed on my lips intermittently. The way you made me dream of butterflies and unicorns and bellies and babies and weddings and marriage and everlasting love. Granted, you said you loved me, and I loved you too. But the more I outpoured my insides to you, and the more my actions showed my feelings from the mountaintops, your words felt empty, the correlating actions speaking the opposite, causing me to doubt myself and question how I could love you harder to make your actions show the things your words spoke. Granted, you took me for granted. You knew how good of a woman I was. along with the various hardships and heartaches I'd been through. And though you vowed to protect me, I felt the most vulnerable and in harm's way when I was devoting my love to you. Granted, I will find love again, find that person that makes my heart pitter-patter against my ribcage, that person that fills my mind with thoughts of happiness and security and contentment, that person that induces dreams of butterflies and unicorns and bellies and babies and wedding and marriage and everlasting love, but makes those dreams come true, that person that holds me at night and kisses me in the morning, that person that gives me 100% of themselves because I give that to them in return, the person that granted will never take me for granted the way you once did when I granted you my heart. In poem.
Beautiful, beautiful. Love it, love it. Thank you so much for coming on Positive Power. We really appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me. It was a great interview.
Yeah, I had a good time with you. And again, we definitely going to have you come on. He said, she said, you'll join up with Purple Barbie and Ramon Marquise from Miami Beach. He wrote a fiction erotica book. I mean, nonfiction. What I'm talking about?
Nonfiction erotica. That's hard. All right.
his experiences and friends.
Okay, well, I might have to check that book out.
That's right. Check him out. So we'll give you, that'll be September. We do have a show coming up this Friday. We'd love for you to, if you want to listen in on it, you're welcome to, and find out what we talk about. We have a ball.
All right. Well, I will definitely be, I'm ready to be on that show. I get to do all the hot stuff on that show.
That's right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's Nicki B. Nicki B, the fiction, romance, erotica writer, or urban fiction. She's on JRLive Live. Thank you for tuning in, everybody, and thank you so much, Nicki B. All right?
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Have a good night, everybody, and thank you for joining. Sorry I couldn't get you guys in. We had a technical difficulty. I'm the only one in here, and I don't know what I'm doing half the time. I just like to talk. Take care, everybody.
Thank you for tuning in to the Positive Power 21 Network. Team 21 would like to thank you all for tuning in, and please spread the word and tell a friend. This is JRLive at Positive Power 21, where we get our positive on.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. JRLive Live. Don't forget about us on Spreaker.com/Positive Power 21. Thank you, and have a good week.